Hi everybody, welcome back to the SeeSaw, and it is Sunday and I've just had a delivery, a Morrisons delivery. If you remember last week I tried to do a Morrisons order and it didn't come through, the van broke down and different things, and so they'd given me a kind of a voucher, a credit, and so I used that for a free delivery plus £5 off a shop. And so I used that today. So I spent £91, but I got £5 off of that, so I spent £86. Didn't get a lot for £86. I always find when I do a delivery, it never looks as much food as when I go into a shop and shop around and pick out the same things, because actually my list is still the same, and then I might just spot a few treats and things to add to it. But I end up spending about the same money. So I don't know how that works, because when I'm in the store, I am more tempted by things that I see that I think, oh, that would be nice to try, or Caleb might like that, or that's something different to pop in lunch boxes, or something like that. I don't have that when I'm browsing online. I just get what's on my list, and yet it always works out at about the same price. And I never, when I go into the shops, I don't come home with half the stuff missing from my list. So I don't really know how that works, but I spent £87, £91 worth of groceries, or £86, and I did a Sunday afternoon delivery just because yesterday was my birthday. Didn't feel like going grocery shopping on my birthday. As much as I enjoy it, just didn't feel like something I wanted to do on my birthday. And so we had a relaxing day. We didn't actually do very much. We watched the England game in the evening. I just chilled out and relaxed a bit, which sometimes that's all you need on your birthday. We've got a busy week ahead again. Caleb has 2 more weeks left at primary school, so things are starting to really hot up now with his planning for his transition to secondary school. They can't do the, like they usually have a couple of days where they go to the secondary school and spend a couple of days finding their way around and perhaps finding out which class they're in and that sort of thing. They can't do that this year. They're actually going to do it the 2 days after the bank holiday at the end of August, so the week before they're due to start, which I think is quite nice, because actually they're there right before they're starting school, so they'll remember, hopefully, some of what they see and some of the people they meet, whereas if they do it now, come September, they'll have forgotten everything anyway. So quite an exciting time for him now over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, let me turn you around, let me show you what I got, and then at the end, as always, I'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead. So there is the sweep. You can see there's quite a lot of gaps, but I did get quite a bit of meat. Not that much fruit and veg actually, but hey ho. It goes up and down, up and down. There doesn't seem to be a stabilised version of how much I get for my money. Didn't get any non-food items in the shop this week. A loaf of the best of both, which is the Hovis version of the 50/50 that we usually get. Some hydro waters for Caleb's lunch boxes, orange and pineapple, some bagel thins and some English muffins, and a pack of pain au chocolat. We haven't had those for a while. Caleb quite likes those in the morning. I got 2 packages of the golden vegetable rice. I got some squares, salt and vinegar crisps just for a change, a salad cream, some brunch bars for school snacks for Caleb, some bourbon creams for the biscuit tin, a smooth peanut butter, an 8-pack of Fanta, some little shell pasta, a pasta bake sauce, cheese and bacon, some chopped tomatoes, sesame oil, sweet and salty popcorn, some corned beef. I just fancied having a corned beef hash. Haven't had one for years. We used to have it regularly when I was growing up, because again, as I've said many times, a can of corned beef or that sort of thing could be stretched a long way to feed the whole family, which at the time you don't realise how clever your parents are at having to do some of that, certainly back in those days. Now Tony won't eat it because he doesn't eat beef. I'm not sure Caleb will particularly like it, so I'm just going to make up a batch and then have it for my lunches a few days this week. I got some of the very lazy chopped red chillies. We do use quite a lot of chilli in our cooking, but I buy a little pack of the red chillies, and then I end up either having to chop them and freeze them, and then I forget I've got them in the freezer, or they don't survive. I go to use them and they're kind of limp and nasty. So I use the garlic version of this quite a lot. I just thought I'd pop some of the chillies in the fridge so I've got them to hand. Some baked beans, some Biscoff biscuits, and a pack of Kit Kats. A Cherryade. The other day when it was really warm, I just fancied an old-fashioned Cherryade float. you know, with the ice cream, poured the cherryade over. Again, it was a thing of my childhood. I think it's because it's my birthday this week. I've been quite nostalgic. But I just really fancied it. And that was the day I was putting the stuff in the shopping basket. And I spotted cherryade, Morrison's own cherryade. And I've grabbed a bottle. And so I'll pick up some vanilla ice cream during the week and treat myself to a cherryade float. A little jar of Dijon mustard. Some Italian passata. This is the seasoned with peppers. And then a canister of this grated Italian style cheese. Now this is sort of Parmesan-y. You don't need to keep it in the fridge. It's kind of shelf stable. Now in the States, it's really common for people to have a canister of this in their fridge or pantry. And it's Kraft is the most common one, although most of the stores do their own. Here we tend to go with the fresh Parmesan, and I absolutely would every time. But sometimes we just make up a bit of pasta or something. I just fancy a sprinkle of Parmesan. And again, Parmesan, once you've opened it, it does tend to attract the mould quite quickly. So it will be fine for a week or so, and then suddenly it's gone. And I don't particularly like frozen cheese. I know you can freeze cheese, but I don't like to freeze cheese. So I just thought a little carton of this, a little canister of this would be a good thing to have in the cupboard for when I just want a little bit of Parmesan style flavour on top of a salad or some pasta or something like that. I got the strawberry and banana smoothie for Caleb. Come in quite nice little cartons actually at Morrisons. I find the cartons with these sorts of tops work better for Caleb. Some milk, some honey roast ham, mature cheddar, 2 pots of these for something different for lunch boxes. So the sweet chili chicken skewers and the barbecue chicken skewers. Caleb does like chicken. These are high in protein. And I just thought there's something a little bit different. They've got quite good dates on them. And he can have that with, he's got some of the Baby Bell cheeses and things like that in the fridge. So, and pepperonis and things. So he can make up a nice little picky bowl, which is really all he wants at the moment. He doesn't want sandwiches and stuff like that in a packed lunch. Some strawberry cones, some frozen raspberries. Onto meat, a turkey thigh mince. I've got 2 packages of just regular bacon, and then I got some of these bacon chops. Not everywhere sells these, but I quite like these. So it's not a gammon steak, it is just like a really thick cut piece of bacon. You can see there's 2 there. And it just has more of a bacony flavour than gammon does. Obviously has quite a bit of fat in it, as you can see, but there's a really lovely meal that I make with these, with champ, which is mashed potato with cabbage mashed through it, kind of quite an Irish type of meal. And I just hadn't seen bacon chops, certainly in our Tesco and Sainsbury's they don't stock them, or Aldi. So it's only when I do an online order from somewhere like Ocado or Morrisons that I see them listed. And so I spotted them and thought, I'm putting that on the menu this week. And then I got one of this really big 2.2 kilograms of chicken. One thing I do find with Morrisons, they do lots of these big packs of chicken breast, chicken thighs, thigh fillets, that sort of thing, in a really big pack. So I need chicken for 3 meals this week. This was £10, and this is the most cost-effective way for me to buy it. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think there's 8 chicken breasts in there, but they are really big ones. So actually this 2 kilograms will do for my 3 meals, because if you think I'm going to get 700 grams, if I split that into 3, into each meal, which normally I buy a 650 gram pack of chicken, so it's going to be plenty. And that for me is a good way to buy it when we eat as much chicken as we do. 2 packs of the salmon fillets, just fresh salmon. Those were not bad actually, £2.95 for a pack of 2. Some white potatoes, some regular onions and some baby potatoes, sweetheart cabbage, some sweet gem lettuce, 2 packages of tender stem broccoli, which I'm really enjoying at the moment, and then 2 of the little Caesar salad kits. These are the small ones. They serve 2 servings, I think. I'm going to use 1 for some lunches for me this week, and then we'll have 1 with a meal I want to have salad with. Again, it's just quick and simple. I've got a number of things on in the evenings this week, which means when I get in, I need to be able to turn around, get dinner on the table, to either then join Zoom calls or get out again or something. And so it's got to be quick, it's got to be simple. And although chopping up some lettuce and sprinkling on some Parmesan and croutons and a bit of dressing doesn't take long, I appreciate that, but that kit has everything I need in it. It's tasty, it's good, and it will all get eaten in one meal. So again, I don't feel I have to justify why I do it, but for me, sometimes a shortcut just makes life easier for me. If I could, I would, of course, cook absolutely everything from scratch, make all my own dressings, make all my own pasta sauces and all of that sort of thing, but sometimes you just don't have time. Some garlic. So I've used a lot the Very Lazy garlic. You will have seen that time and again in my groceries. And then when I had the Gusto box, I think it was, or the HelloFresh box, one of them had fresh garlic bulbs in. And I'd forgotten how much actually I quite like using fresh garlic. So I've got some, going to start using that a bit again. 2 packages of mixed peppers, some herbs for the piggy wig. So parsley, basil and dill. They didn't have any mint. A cucumber, and then for fruits I've got some seedless red grapes, 2 pots of strawberries, 1 of raspberries, a hand of bananas and a pineapple. So that is the haul. So it's not really that much there for £87, but if you think that the chicken was 10, and then you've got £6 there for the salmon, and then the pack of 8 Fantas was £3. I think there wasn't a deal on those this week, but I wanted them for something specific. So it all does start to add up, doesn't it? But it just didn't feel like a lot compared to what I normally get for kind of between £80 and £90. But it's got everything I need for 3 meals a day this week for me, 2 meals a day for Caleb and most days, including some packed lunches, and then dinner for the whole family and some snacks. So it's got everything we need, but just doesn't feel as much as I would normally get. So looking at our meal plan, tonight we're going to have Fanta chicken with rice. Now the last few weeks we have had a roast dinner on a Sunday. I do quite like the tradition of that, but today because the grocery haul and the grocery delivery wasn't until 5 o'clock, I thought then if I've got to get it filmed, get it put away, get the oven on, get a roast cooking, it's going to be late eating. So I've just opted for Fanta chicken, which is a bit like the Diet Coke chicken, but you use a can of Fanta. It gives it kind of an orangey chicken flavour, and we're going to have that with rice. Tomorrow we're going to have Cajun salmon with new potatoes and some of the tender stem broccoli. Tuesday we'll have bacon chops and champ. Wednesday I'm going to make cheese and bacon pasta using some actual bacon, and then use that cheese and bacon pasta sauce jar for sauce again a bit of a shortcut, but add a few extra bits into it. Salt and pepper chicken and egg fried rice on Thursday, slow cooker taco pasta on Friday, and then next Saturday we'll have creamy chicken casserole with mash and veg. So that's the meal plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.